Welcome to the Acquired Taste Media Show. Tonight we have a very special guest. We have pro wrestler, MC, comedian, promoter, business owner, all around real nigga. Lexx Vegas is in the building. What's up, baby?
Oh, good to be here, man. Happy to be had.
No doubt, man. So, you got a lot of hats, man. For the people that's not, I can't imagine nobody that don't know you. You know what I'm saying? But for the people that do not know you, just give a little introduction.
Well, man, first off, my name is Lexx Vegas, man. I'm the host of the Lexx Vegas Show every Thursday at 7 p.m., man. We over at Stream Space, man. All right, shout out to them over there, man. I am a dude of many hats, man, even though I don't like to wear them, man. I've been a pro wrestler for 14 years, and after that, man, I'm in the comedy game, man. I promote shows, man. I promote shows all over the Midwest, and I do some comedy myself, man. I do a little stand up, get a little hee-hees, ha-has everywhere. Just a few things I like to, pull out of my sleeve, man. And now, what I'm saying, I done dove into acting. You'll catch me on the Heroin Nav TV show, and also I'm doing a few stage plays that's gonna be coming out this summer, man. So it's a lot of Lexx Vegas gonna be going around.
No doubt, man. No doubt. So, speaking about the cinema and the big screen, you recently had one of your specials.
Absolutely.
On Prime.
Absolutely, man.
On Prime, man. Yo, tell us how that came about.
Man, shout out to the man Dennis Cash, man. He put me on, man. Cash, if you're unfamiliar, like you said, I don't know how you would not be familiar with the cat, but Dennis Cash has been a staple in the entertainment scene for Cleveland for years, decades even. And he reached out to me and he said, he had stopped by a couple of my events. He had heard my name here and there, and wanted to see what I was about. And he came and he told me, he said, the best thing is I like the way you move. He said, besides the crowd, besides, the atmosphere, everything like that, I like the way you move. I want you to host this comedy special I got. It's called You See Me Comedy Show. I'm like, all right, cool, let's do it. With me, if it makes sense, I'm with it. So, he brought me in. We, met with the Amazon execs and everything, and it was a wrap after that. Now we got our special, You See Me Comedy. It's on Amazon Prime. You can check that out, man. I'm hosting that joint. And this May the 15th, we're actually going to be shooting the next one, man. I got a whole different lineup of comics, man, that I got coming through. I'm going to be hosting that joint. And I'm also bringing, we got co-hosts. We got Major Keys out of North Carolina, man. So we're going to have a real good time, and make sure you come out and support, man. We're going to be at Sausalito's, downtown Cleveland.
Oh, right? Man, big things, man. Real niggas do real things, man. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations on that, man. So
appreciate it.
I done been, to quite a few of your shows. I think I done seen Major Keys before, man. He's funny as hell, man. How did you feel about when you first, for the first time, got on that stage and did a comedy? What was the vibes?
Well, the first time I actually did an actual show was my birthday, and I was throwing the show, and I was throwing my own birthday event and everything. So it wasn't really a whole lot of pressure, because in my mind I felt like they're gonna rock with me anyway because it's my birthday. So and they know that I don't do it often. Mm-hmm. So if I just get up there and actually get through it, that's the best thing. So I didn't really feel a whole lot of pressure, and then the fact was. The thing that made me realize that I was funny is that I made my mama laugh. Yeah. My mama was in the audience for the first time when I did comedy, and I made her laugh, and she was like, yeah, when she told me that I was funny, I knew that I was funny.
Yo, and the thing is, man, it's hard to get a black woman to laugh, bro.
Absolutely.
You think it's easy, but it really isn't. It really isn't. You know what I'm saying? It really is. They might be like, I don't know about that.
The thing was, half of my set was jokes about me growing up and me and my mama's relationship. So the fact that I was able to talk about her and talk about experiences we had, and they were real experiences. I made sure that the crowd knew. I said, my mama's sitting right there. I said, Mama, if I lie about anything, you welcome to come check me. And and every now and then I got with her. I said, Mama, am I lying? She said, no, you ain't lying. And the fact that I was able to tell stories about my life and make it funny let me know that I can do this. This is what I can do. It's the hardest to me. The hardest part about comedy that I think people don't realize is that I have to make you laugh at something that I think is funny. You understand what I'm saying? That's what comedy is. I think it's funny, so now I got to be able to tell it to you and make you laugh, which is not an easy thing because your humor ain't my humor. What you find funny ain't necessarily what I find funny. So once I was able to do that and actually, see that people actually responded to me, I was like, yeah, I'm here.
Right. So, in addition to like being a comedian, you do a lot of the promotions.
Absolutely.
What are some challenges for promoters, whether it's, comedy, music, or just parties in general, like that the average person wouldn't know or even think will be a thing?
To me, the biggest challenge is the game is watered down. And what I mean by that is everybody think they can do it, but everybody can't do it. Like, it's like with music, with comedy, with whatever, everybody thinks that they can throw a show. Oh, if I throw a show, it's going to be... If everybody thinks that they can have a podcast, everybody thinks that they can, promote shows and everything. And yeah, you might be able to do it your first or second time because you're new to it, but can you sustain? I've been at this for 4 years now straight. There's not many rooms that make it past 4 months. I've been going 4 years straight. So being consistent is very hard when you got everybody trying to do it, and it's watering down the game. It's turning, if you throwing a music show and I throw a music show and I throw it the day before you throw it at the same venue you throw it at, how many people are coming to see that same artist at the same place 2 nights in a row?
Man,
not that many. You understand? Not on a independent level. Now if you're booking major acts, you can pull that off. But when you're at an independent level, and even though they got fan bases and everything, you got to realize that people they're gonna choose sides. They're gonna choose this or that. They're gonna say, okay, I'm either gonna go to this Friday night show or I'm gonna go to this Saturday night show. I'm not going to both. How many times have you seen a independent artist or I don't like to use the word local. I hate the word local.
Man,
but I
too.
hate local. Local sucks. But how many times have you seen an independent artist and they got 2 nights of shows? How many times have you been to both shows? Not many. You're going to go to one or you're going to go to the other. It don't matter that one is Richie Carlisle's and the other one is Lexx Vegas. It matters which night I feel like fucking going. Now, if I only got this artist and they're only doing one night this month, now it makes it more of a challenge to get there. Now I gotta get there because I ain't gonna see him again. You understand what I'm saying? They're only doing it one time, so I'm not gonna see him again until maybe next month if I can catch him. So there's more of an urgency for me to go to this event. But if I see him, he gonna be on Richie Carlisle's show, then he gonna be on Lexx Vegas show, then he gonna be on Al's show, then he gonna be on this person's show. So now I got too many to pick from. And that the game is watered down. It's too many to pick from. But after those 5 shows next year, maybe 2 of us are still standing. Maybe 2 of us are still doing shows. Them other 3, they couldn't handle it. They couldn't keep it consistent.
Right.
And that's to me the biggest challenge in all that.
Just too many MCs, not enough mics.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So, talking about the music, man, do you still do the music, or do you have any plans to release something?
Every now and then I drop a bar or 2, you know what I'm saying? Every now and then.
Right.
But I'm a very out of sight, out of mind kind of guy. So, whatever I'm working on right now has my attention.
Right.
And right now, music just isn't what I'm focused on.
Yo, I just want to say this. Your last album was fire, bro. Cover the cover. Man, I remember when you and your shorty came to the crib. I was like, man, who is them out there? Man, I was like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, man, I felt like an ass. But I just wanted to give you your flowers, for that particular project, man.
I appreciate it, man.
Definitely dope.
And I'm gonna tell you a story about that people don't realize about my album, man. So hashtag Lex Taught Me was the album, and I purposely dropped it on a leap year, on February the 29th, 2000. I wanted to drop, not many people drop on a leap year. It happened to be drop on a Friday, everything like that, and everything's going. I had all these. We had a tour date lined up. We had all this stuff, and then 2 weeks after I dropped the album, COVID hit.
Man,
it cut everything.
COVID, man, just shut the whole
everything
world
down. We had a tour set up. We had promos. We had performances set up, and then COVID hit 2 weeks after I dropped the album, and I couldn't do nothing with it.
That's terrible. I think the one thing that came out of COVID was actually got out the podcast booth and got on the mic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what's nice about you, brother? It's about you, man. You got any shows coming up?
Oh, absolutely, man. Matter of fact, this Saturday I'll be at Legends in Wickliffe, Ohio. Man, I'll actually be on stage performing as part of the Milton Wiley and Friends comedy showcase. It's the first time they bring in comedy to Legends, which is a spot out, like I said, in Wickliffe. So I'll be hitting the stage, doing my 1-2, shooting a couple jokies. Mm-hmm. And then on the 31st, man, my Up and Smoke comedy event, man, which is it's turned into the premier comedy event. It's the premier 420 friendly comedy event.
Right.
We down at lounges, man. So we got a comedy event where we encourage you to bring and smoke your weed, man. You know what I'm saying? The higher you get, the funnier everything is. We give I give the first 20 through the door a free pre-roll. That's how we getting motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's how we getting you high. We raffle off a whole ounce, man. Every show somebody takes home an ounce of weed for $5.
Man, I never thought, and I'm gonna let you get back to that, but I never thought Ohio would do that.
Hey,
but it's a beautiful thing.
Ohio's progressive. The thing is with Ohio, and I hate to say
it's sneaky progressive.
Well, it's progressive in a way where in Ohio you got to see it happen before you make it happen, and that's the one. I guess that's even a downfall of Ohio, Cleveland especially. You know what I'm saying? You got to wait to see somebody else do it and be successful at it before you'll even try it. And I think that's what Ohio was waiting on. Ohio was waiting to see what these other states did with legalizing weed, and then once it's like, okay, they maintain and they do anything, okay, we can rock it. But they're not gonna jump. They're not gonna jump out the front.
Right.
But
is that just with the weed, or is that with everything?
I mean, it's with everything. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying it sucks that we have that mentality.
Ohio was late to gambling.
Ohio is wait that we had to wait until other states legalized gambling and seeing how they did it before we was like, all right, fine. And you see, we even jumped out on the small side. You know what I'm saying? We ain't jumping no full-fledged casinos with no go-go shows and free drinks and all that shit. We ain't jumped out that far yet.
We got total water. We like,
made it legal. And then once we said, okay, these other states, we didn't did the alcohol. I'm gonna tell you right now, I think the next thing to be legalized in Ohio is gonna be prostitution. It's gonna be legal to sell that thing.
Well, it's already legal to sell it on OnlyFans. So.
Well, it is, but it's gonna be legal for you to actually give it away. And I'm gonna tell you what's gonna make it, what's gonna push it, and people don't realize is the whole my body, my choice thing. If you now letting people get away with this my body, my choice, then if it's her choice to sell that motherfucker, who am I to stop her? You understand? And I think that's gonna make it legal, man. I don't like it though. I don't like it at all. Cause see, when Cleveland find out shit legal, everybody want to get involved. Prostitution ain't gonna be for everybody. Some of these bell pepper built bitches, I don't think none of them trying to, you know what I'm saying, get legalized prostitution, man. Don't be showing up.
They're gonna get their prostitution cards.
Absolutely, man. Hell no. Then once it's legal, think about it. Once it's legal, just like weed, what do you see now popping up more than anything now that weed is legal? Online dispensaries. Mm-hmm. So once prostitution hit legal, it's gonna be online prostitution. You're gonna be able to go online and pick bitches. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be able to literally cut down. You're gonna have your criteria and hit apply, and a bitch gonna pop up.
You gonna have cast on prospect with the cards, like
exactly. You gonna be able to use. You gonna be able to use Cash App and everything to buy some ass. And then what happened when some pussy go on clearance? I don't like it, man. You're gonna be able to buy pussy for 70% off. It's gonna be too much, man. I'm telling you. I'm just serious. I promise you.
Man, I mean, last I checked, the price was $40.
$40 is for standard. For standard pussy, you know what I'm saying? That's
that price has held since 2007.
That's like when you go to get the oil change and they just change your oil. You ain't about to get the filter. You ain't about to get your tires changed. You ain't about to get your fuel topped off. None of that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to pay extra for that. $40 is the basic shit.
Right.
Not that I know nothing about that.
You know, I mean, I just know that the price was set by the late great Pimp C back in 2007.
I was wondering that who decided that $40 was the price of pussy? Like,
Pimp C.
Who did they like? I was wondering that. I never knew that. I'm like, because who sat down and had a meeting that was like, okay, how are we dividing this up? Like, you know what I'm saying? You came up with $40.
Pimp C, 220s.
See, I just learned that right here on this couch. I just learned that.
Like 220s.
Hell nah.
You know what I'm saying? For real, man. What, like, as you know, Drake is doing filing lawsuits over rap beefs, man. You know, what's your take on that?
First off, I don't like rap beefs. I don't like it. I think a diss song literally is like the dumbest thing in the world. For me to diss you, that means I sat there and took my time to write a poem about you. I went to the studio, paid money to record this shit about you, and we took the time to put the shit out online about you. You know, I'm not gonna give you that kind of energy, man. You literally are writing mean poems about other men. Like, that's literally how I feel about it. You understand what I'm saying? You're sitting there, and I'm sitting there thinking about you enough. Cause how long? Y'all both rappers. Y'all both can spit. How long does it take you to write a verse?
Not long.
About. If you motivate.
Yeah.
Hour,
16 bars.
Half an hour.
About a half an hour for 16 bars. So you write 3 verses. You just spend an hour and a half sitting there thinking about this man over and over and over. You know what I'm saying?
Pause.
Writing some shit. No pause, because you're doing this shit. This is what I'm saying. Like, why? When if I got beef with you, then I just got beef. I'm gonna come see you. You know what I'm saying? I've never held my tongue. If I got beef with a motherfucker, I shout their name out. And I tell you, I don't fuck with you bitch ass nigga. Like, that's how I feel. But I'm not about to sit there and spend my money and my time and my energy to write something that's probably gonna make you more popular than me. Because now they want to know who the fuck. If I start dissing Al, they like, well, let me go see who Al is. If they don't know him already, or they're gonna be like, oh, you know, I know Al. Let me go back and pull some of his shit up, or let me wait to see what Al gonna do. I done just gave him more light than he had. So why am I gonna give him that type of energy if I don't fuck with him? If I don't fuck with you, I just don't fuck with you.
What if somebody spit a diss song on you gonna respond on wax?
It gotta be cold. It gotta be. I mean, if you diss me and you on some bullshit, I won't be offended. First off, like, you know, you came at me with this trash, man. I'd have slapped the shit out you for this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, don't do, you know what I'm saying? But nah, if you come in and the shit dope, like it not, I might respond. You know, if I feel like it's worth it. But like I said, that takes a lot to take me out of my hookup.
Right.
You know, especially to where, I mean, think about at a certain point, you got to realize I ain't even mad no more. Now I'm just doing this to do it. Like, think about it. If I'm mad enough that I want to dish you, and I'm sitting there writing it on paper, and I keep starting the beat over and everything like that, and I'm erasing shit and scratching shit out, eventually I'm not even mad no more. So I'm just doing this to see it through. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
That's exactly what it is. Because I mean, how long are you gonna sit there and be pissed just because you said fuck Lexx? Fuck you, Lexx. All right, you know what I'm saying? Fuck your mama. All right, fine. You know what I'm saying? I'm pissed for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, and by the second page, I'm really not mad no more. But I'm like, fuck it. I done started this shit. Let me go ahead and respond, because that's what people waiting for. But I'm not even mad no more. If I'm that mad, I'm just gonna come see you. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers ain't as hard to find as people want to act like they are.
They not.
You know what I'm saying? My social media make it to where you know where motherfuckers at all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Eventually, it's gonna be a flyer that say Richie Carlisle is gonna be at such and such a place on such and such a day at such and such a time. You understand what I'm saying? So if I really want to get at this nigga, I know where to find him.
Right, he gonna be there.
And I'm gonna be there. But I'm not still mad enough where an hour and a half later, and that's like I said, that's if I'm motivated. You say, you know what I'm saying? An hour and a half later, I'm still steaming.
And that's a big
You had
if.
to really do some shit to me for that. You
And that's
had
a
to
big
shoot me
if.
something.
Man, Master P said, "I'll never say another nigga name on the record."
For what? I'm not about to make you money, and I don't like you. Nigga, like that. That's ass backwards.
Man, that's a jewel right there.
Now, so what do you feel about the lawsuit, though? I understand that so you didn't really get into the beef at all, or
First off, here's the thing. I'm not a Kendrick fan, and I don't think he whack. I don't like his music. I don't like his voice. Like his voice, to me, Kendrick sounds like he's making fun of his own voice on his records. Like he's mocking himself. But the lawsuit was some bullshit. Like, especially if you consider yourself a real hip hopper. That goes against everything on the culture. You know, that you can't sue a motherfucker.
Can't do that.
You can't sue a motherfucker just because he said something more mean than you said to him.
now,
Yo was going back and forth.
now, but check though. This is where I feel like everybody kind of just passes over it. Never in our lifetime have we ever heard a song promoting a pedophile. You know what I'm saying? Never have we heard a song on the radio.
We have. We just ain't.
I'm talking about on the radio.
We just ain't let it go.
I'm talking about on the radio.
Well, even on the radio, like think about songs where people talk about like young girls and all that stuff.
No, I'm talking about somebody actually calling them a pedophile.
Oh yeah, he called him a pedophile, but I'm saying like it's a difference between it's a difference between calling somebody like you flat out calling him a name that now you gotta prove that it's not you, as opposed to people who have put those messages in their lyrics and just didn't give it a name. It's still the same thing.
It's not, because the reason I say it's not is because, and then another reason I say, I feel like I feel like his lawsuit is valid, and the reason I say that is because first off, I personally never felt as though we ever heard in our lifetime a song on the radio being promoted talking about somebody being a pedophile. Like I can't remember no song where it was like he's a pedophile and he messes with little kids and we was dancing to the shit like, oh shit, this nigga
they not like us. They not.
Oh shit, nigga, this nigga.
When you put it out like that, wow.
So it's like, so in my opinion,
I definitely get what he's saying.
So in my opinion, it's like, and that is something, because people was like, well, you know, he said that Kendrick Lamar's with the, you know, he beat his wife or whatever, right? Now there is shit out there where Kendrick Lamar did have a domestic violence case. I believe he beat it. It was not. He was found not guilty, but it was still. Right.
He beat it.
Right. but yeah. So, but domestic having a DV ain't the same as being a sexual predator. You know what I'm saying? And it's like a nigga call you a sexual nigga. We get postcards in the mail letting you know who the fuck the new sexual predator in the streets is. So just imagine Drake literally being a pedophile and having to go through that, and then just unfortunately just us saying that in the media. You see how far it went. Like,
well, that's because people want to believe negative shit about you.
Exactly.
That's it. People want, because the more negative shit they feel about you, it makes them feel better about themselves.
Exactly.
You know, so we want to like, why, like in my mind, in logic, why would Drake want to mess with a young chick? Like, they can get any broad he want. You know, but who the fuck knows? Nobody knows except for those involved. But when you say certain things, and I get what you're saying, because when you say certain things, you got to kind of stand on them. And you call somebody a pedophile, that shit don't necessarily go away. You can, like, there's always motherfuckers that
the accusation can ruin you, bro.
Well, that's it. Because there are always motherfuckers that believe otherwise. You know, you can have 100% proof that what this motherfucker said, he lying. But it's somebody that be like, I don't care what the fuck they said. I seen that motherfucker. I know he liked them little girls.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's the most ignorant shit.
You remember that shit with Chingy?
I don't care what nobody say. That's the most ignorant shit that we can say.
You remember that shit with Chingy when
with Sydney Starr?
Yeah,
exactly.
And she lied.
You know, and they know
ruined that
man.
He
can't get his career back.
He ruined that man.
You know, he can't get his career back. What Sydney?
That was crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, literally went and admitted that
she lied.
It was a lie, and now this motherfucker can't get none of that back.
No,
that time back. Go.
That's why I tell motherfuckers now: if I ain't did shit when I'm broke, I ain't did shit when I get paid, motherfuckers. If y'all ain't got nothing on me right now, which you do not, don't come with no bullshit when I'm on top.
Right.
Lexx Vegas.
Y'all come out with it now.
Come out with it now, so I can go ahead and kick you in your neck.
Right. It's like,
that's all I wanted. I just wanted to ask you
Cleveland
about that.
man was,
as far as the lawsuit goes, see,
right
my
now.
thing is like, I don't like that whole where the whole diss culture is now. And the lawsuit, it started between the lawsuit and J.Cole when he apologized for dissing. I hated both.
I'm kind of mad at the apology. I'm more mad at the apology now.
Those moments, man. But it's the apology I hated worse than the lawsuit.
Yeah.
Because I can understand, like Al said, I can understand the lawsuit, and it makes sense. It makes sense because you're trying to get this motherfucker to shut up because you can't keep throwing them accusations out there. My bad, my pregame, my edible kicking in. However, that apology shit, that shit pissed me off. So I'm no longer a J. Cole fan because of that shit. And I'm gonna tell you why. And people think it's because oh, I let you too hard on niggas. It's not about trying to be hard. It's not about the apology. It's about why you apologize. J. Cole came out and said that he apologized because it just wasn't in him. That's what pissed me off. Because okay, if it wasn't in you,
why you do it?
It wasn't in you when you sat there and wrote the shit. Remember, we gonna go right back to the shit. When you sit down and write the shit, when you go to the studio and record the shit, when you put the shit out on social, it wasn't in you when none of that happened. It wasn't in you when you wrote it. Wasn't in you when you recorded it. Wasn't in you when you hit send and put that shit on the internet. But then once shit got out and you realized it was real, now all of a sudden that's what pissed me off. If it's not in you, it's never in you. If it ain't you, don't go there.
Get out the car.
And go some Trey shit.
Let me out.
You know what I'm saying? Let me out, though. You know? And that's fine. It's fine if this ain't your lane. But if it ain't your lane, don't act like it's your lane. And then when motherfuckers pull into the motherfucker, you want to get out.
You done already shot the house up.
And
you in it now.
That was always my issue about the apology. You know, it's not so much that I feel like men can't work shit out and everything like that. But if it ain't in you, it shouldn't have never been in you. You shouldn't have never tried that. You knew it wasn't in you when you were sitting there writing this. So when you opened your notebook and your motherfucking pen, you knew that this wasn't you. This wasn't what you were supposed to be doing. Because once it's out there, it's out there. I don't sugarcoat shit. I don't do subliminal shit. I don't do that shit. If I got a problem with motherfuckers, y'all done know me for a long fucking time. If I got a problem with a motherfucker, I'm gonna say that motherfucker's name. If I got a problem with Al, I'm gonna say Al's name. So you ain't gotta think, well, I think he talking about Al, or he could be talking about the other nigga. Right? No, I'm talking about this motherfucker right here. Alright? And then we can address that shit. But all that subliminal, all that, I'm gonna say something and hope you figure it out or let you figure. Nah, fuck all that. If you ain't saying my name or the 1,000 AKAs that I got 1,000 AKAs and you ain't saying not one of them. You can say that the nigga with the show on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. on Stream Space with the curly hair and always got the sunglasses. You can say all that shit. If you don't say my name, you are not talking about Lexx Vegas.
Put a name on it.
Get him up out of there.
Put a name on it, man. Yo, that being said, man, Lex, I want to thank you for stopping by Quiet Taste Media Show.
Thanks for having me.
Where can people find you?
Oh, man, you can find me on Facebook, LEXX VEGAS, that's Lexx Vegas. You can find me on Instagram, that's Lex Taught Me. You can probably find me at your baby mom's house eating your kids' snacks and shit. Fuck them kids, man.
Motherfuck them kids.
And I mean, shit, if you got a cute auntie, you can probably find me over there, man. Pot roast and chill. You know what I mean? Otherwise, man, you'll find me exiting Acquired Taste Media, man. Thanking them for having me, man. All right, I'm out.
All right.